was it designed? The human body's ability to repair wounds. Among the numerous mechanisms that make human life possible is the body's ability to heal wounds and regenerate damaged tissue. The process begins as soon as an injury occurs. Consider, the healing process is made possible by a cascade of complex cellular functions. Platelets adhere to tissues around a wound, forming a blood clot and sealing damaged blood vessels. Inflammation protects against infection and removes any debris caused by the injury. Within days, the body begins to replace injured tissue, make the wound contract, and repair damaged blood vessels. Finally, scar tissue remodels and strengthens the damaged area. Inspired by blood clotting, researchers are developing plastics that can heal damage to themselves. Such regenerating materials are equipped with tiny parallel tubes containing two chemicals that bleed when any damage occurs. As the two chemicals mix, they form a gel that spreads across the damaged areas, closing cracks and holes. As the gel solidifies, it forms a tough substance that restores the material's original strength. One researcher admits that this synthetic healing process currently under development is reminiscent of what already exists in nature. What do you think? Did the body's ability to repair wounds come about by evolution, or was it designed?
What is designed? The human body's ability to repair wounds. Among the numerous mechanisms that make human-like possibility the body's ability to heal, comes and regenerate damaged tissues. The process begins and soon as injury occurs. Consider, the healing process is made possible by a cascade of complex cellular function. Platelets adhere to the tissues around a wound, forming a blood clot and sealing the damaged blood vessels. Inflammation protects against infection and removes and debris caused by the injury. Within days, the body begins to replace injured tissue, make the wound contract, and repair damaged blood vessels. Finally, scar tissue removes and strengthens the damaged area. Inspired by blood clotting, research and developing plastics that can heal damage to cells, such regenerative materials are equipped with tiny parallel tubes containing two chemicals that bleed when any damage occurs. As the two chemicals mix, they form a gel that spread across the damaged areas, closing cracks and holes. As the clot cell fills, inform that a good substance that restores the material's original state, and research admits that is the synthetic health process current under development is reminiscent of what already exists in nature. What do you think? Did the body able to repair wounds come about by evolution, or what is design? The human body's ability to repair wounds. Among the numerous mechanisms that make a human life possible is the body's ability to heal wounds and regenerate damaged tissue. The process begins as soon as an injury occurs. Consider, the healing process is made possible by a cascade of complex cellular function. Platelets adhere tissue around a wound, forming a blood clotting and clot tissue and damaged blood vessels. Inflammation protects against infection and removes and debris caused by injury. Within days, antibiotics, components, and tissue make the wound contract and repair the main blood vessels. Finally, scar tissue removes and strengthens the area. Inspired by clotting research and readable plastic can heal damaged cerebral cells. Such regenerative materials are equipped with tiny parallel to clotting that bleed when a damage occurs. As the two chemical mix with the form a gel to spread across the damaged areas, closing cracks and holes. As the gel solidifies, it forms a talks about the resource temperature or initial stretch. One researcher admits that this distinct health process currently under development and its reminiscence of a already existing theory. What do you think? Did the body ability to repair wounds come about by evolution or by design? What is design? The human body's ability to repair wounds. Among the numerous mechanisms that make human life possible is the body's ability to heal wounds and regenerate damaged tissue. The process begins as soon as injury occurs. Consider, the healing process is made possible by a cascade of complex cellular functions. Platelets adhere tissue around the wound, forming a blood coat sealing blood vessels. Inflammation protects against infection and removing debris caused by injury. Within days, the body begins to replace injured tissue, make the wound contract, and repair the main blood vessels. Finally, the scar tissue removes and destroys the measured area. Inspired by background research identified the polyplastics that could heal the damaged cells. Such regenerative materials are incorporated with the polyethylene containing the documents that bleed, clean and embedded courage. As the human cells mix, they offer to spread to compensate damaged areas, closing cracks and holes. As the college phase, it forms a substance that restores the material's original strength. One researcher admits that significant unlike the unexpressed under development replacement or readily need in nature. What do you think? Did bodies in quality red guns come about by evolution? Or what is the design?